All right, welcome everyone to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about state and federal benefits for veterans. You're going to have to do a lot of research to see what you are eligible for. It will depend on your level of disability, whether it's 10% or 100%. Your benefits will vary statewide and federal. A good website, two of them that I use, military.com. They'll go through a lot of good state benefits for you. But of course, once you kind of see what the overall benefits are, go to that state's veterans website and look more into it. And then of course, va.gov will tell you your veterans benefits federally. The VA is not great at telling you off the bat what you're entitled to. You kind of gotta learn and do it yourself. But we'll start with federal. Obviously your health care, whatever you get, if you're under 100%, whatever you have service connected, it's all covered. Once you get to like 100%, yeah, you get your dental and everything like that. So healthcare is a good one, because once you have that, you don't have to pay for your employer's health benefits, and that puts more money in your pocket in the long run. And with healthcare with the VA, there's different groups. Like if you're 50% or more, you're group 1, as opposed to if you have non-service connected, 0% rated, you're down in group 5. And then there's subcategories, a whole bunch of different aspects. But still, you get health care. Let's see, keep going through. Your housing, as a veteran, your VA home loan program, that's great. Use it. There's a lot of pages to kind of scroll through that keep going over everything. Different service requirements based off percentages. If you get to 100, you're just good. I mean, that's most veterans' goals in the long term, to get to that 100% disability. You get the compensation, your health care is covered. Some people can live off of, depending on where you're at in the country, off of the 100% compensation. For me, it's like $3,100 or something like that. If you're married, you get a little more. If you have kids, same thing. But then you also get, if you're 100% PNT, your spouse there's a program for them to get their education because you're 100% PNT. Just make sure you keep going to your appointments, like I said in the other video. Don't let the VA take it back. They have programs like your Veterans Life Insurance, which is the veterans version of the SGLI. I'd recommend looking at other companies outside of the VA to do life insurance, just because most likely will be cheaper and you'll get a better rate, better overall quantity. Your 500,000 that you had in the service isn't going to be 500,000 with the veteran VGLI or something like that. They have a whole bunch of programs through the VA. Your homeless veterans, homeless veteran dental program, housing for homeless veterans. So if you find yourself in a tough spot, reach out to the VA, a VSO, VFW. There are programs out there, so veterans aren't always living in the streets. And some of them might be difficult to get to or get into, that's where us as a veteran community need to help each other out and help make these programs succeed or create new programs. I know on Disgruntled Vets Facebook page, they have a great Chappie's hilarious to listen to when they do their Facebook Live. But I know they always talk about a farm up in Colorado that brings in certain veterans. Don't get incarcerated. That can get your better benefits taken away. That's kind of, to me, common sense. Don't do something stupid. You have your VR&E re-education, pretty much. If you're looking to do a job that you're not trained in, the VA can help cross-train you into those programs or to be able to get into that new job. There's a whole booklet that goes through all your federal benefits. I know I got a copy of it when I first enrolled with the benefits section in Wichita, Kansas at their VA center. They gave me a little, like, it was a 70-page little paper book. You can also find it online. Just type in federal veterans benefits. It'll be like the first thing that pops up would be the VA's guide, va.gov, and it's 76 pages long. Burials, if you're a veteran, there's burial programs, so you can already have your plot picked out, have everything set, so when you do croak, your family's not running around trying to figure out what to do. You can have that all pre-burial needs done. And the VA does cover certain aspects of those prices. And it goes through burial allowance. So the VA will pay a burial and funeral allowance of up to $2,000 for veterans who die from service-connected injuries. VA will pay a burial and funeral allowance of up to $300 for veterans who, at the time of death, from non-service connected injuries. So in the end, they're still going to cover some amount to cover the burial. And then even for plot allowance, they'll pay for a plot allowance of up to $762 when a veteran is buried at a cemetery not under U.S. government jurisdiction. And there's a website that you can go to, cem.va.gov, and it gives you more information on it. And they even go for state and tribal veteran cemeteries as well. So they give you the information, you just need to go do it. Same with everything else in the VA, you just got to do the legwork yourself. Now for state benefits, it varies from state to state. Like here in Nevada, where I'm at currently, let's see, disabled veteran tax exemptions. If you're 60% or more service connected, you can get property tax exemptions. So like for me, for my vehicle tax, every year Clark County will send me a tax exemption number that I use when I go register my vehicle. You can split it between your vehicle or personal property for a house, however you want to do it. But it makes, for me, registering my Jaguar $42 a year or something like that. It's easy. They have veteran employment preferences. They have education. If you're 50% or more, you get discounted hunting and fishing licenses, state park admissions if you're 10% or more service connected. So I mean, there's a lot of good benefits here in Nevada, however they say it. They yell at me every time I say it, so I don't know which one's right. Kansas, where I used to live and where 99% chance I'll be moving back to, if you're 50% or more, you can qualify for the Homestead Act, which can reimburse you for your personal property, for your house. You also get employment benefits, and if you're a 100% disabled veteran, if you have a spouse, your spouse can get that employment benefit for state jobs as well. They also have free hunting and fishing licenses if you're 30% or more, or you're a part of the National Guard in Kansas. And discounted admissions to state parks. This is another federal benefit with the National Park Service. If you're a veteran, I don't know if they have a percentage that you have to be, but I know for me, when I got to 100, I got a free National Park pass that I can use at any national park in the U.S. Let's jump over to Florida. They have a veterans home, basic property tax exemption. So if you have at least 10%, you can get a $5,000 deduction on the home's assessed value. Boom. If you're honorable discharge and 100% permanently in total, so 100% P&T, you can get the homestead exemption there. So you also, for driver's license, I didn't know this one, permanently and total disabled veterans can get a Florida driver's license for free. Saving money is awesome. State park admissions, you get a 25% annual park pass. So that's pretty decent. You get a military gold sportsman license for hunting and fishing for $20. And it covers, it's nice that they list this out, hunting, freshwater, and saltwater fishing, and a variety of associated permits at a greatly reduced cost. If you're 100% P&T, you're entitled to a free 5-year hunting and fishing license. So Kansas, Florida, Nevada, they're all great. Most states, when it comes to veterans benefits, are pretty decent. I mean, even a high tax spot like Massachusetts, if you retire, your military pay is tax free, your retirement pay. Because if you retire, that counts as income still. But a place like Massachusetts, that's tax free. Your disability compensation is always tax free, so you don't really got to worry about that one. Same with disabled veterans, you get anywhere from $400 to $1,500 property tax exemption. And a lot of these states and federal benefits all depend on your percentage. So if you think you deserve a certain percentage, get it. Go for it. Get what you deserve. Massachusetts I like because when I was active duty, and if you're active duty watching this and you're from Massachusetts, welcome home bonus. I didn't know about this till years after I was in the military. I think I was in 8 years or 10 years before I found out. They'll give you a chunk of change for being deployed, for serving overseas. All you got to do is fill out a form, get the commander to sign it, and you send it to the state tax in Massachusetts, and they give you like $500 for every like 6 months you spend outside of the U.S. Or it's for every year, one or the other. But it's free money for being a Massachusetts citizen, being stationed overseas. They have tuition waivers, so I mean it's still good no matter where you're at. key that I keep saying, look it up. I mean, this is what I did when I decided where I was going to go to school at, where I was going to kind of move to. And I mean, I don't mind Nevada, whatever. It's just, for me, I liked it better back in Kansas. I have friends that are still stationed there in the Guard, and the people I've met outside of the base, I'll go hang out with them. And it's a very kind of pro-military area, kind of like a lot of people think of Texas, pro-military, and it is. Just personal preference of going back to Kansas. So again, research the state benefits, where you want to move to or where you're at currently. There are a lot of great state benefits. Use them. And there's a lot of federal benefits. Look them up and use them. I love going to state parks and federal national parks. I went to Zion National Park a couple weeks ago. I've gone to Hoover Dam, and it's nice just being able to go walk around, hike, free of charge. You don't have to pay any of this vehicle fees or whatever they charge you when you're coming through the gate. You just show them your pass, and good to go. So hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed it a little bit. I'm not going to do death by PowerPoint every time, but take it easy. See you next time.